Welcome to TRSTY Havdalah. Thank you for joining us. Just a quick note for those of you who haven't used Zoom before. The reason we're all on mute is that we can't be all singing at the same time because the sound doesn't quite sync up. And so if you want to sing along at home, please do so. Unfortunately, we can't all sing, but we can imagine the sound of each other joining all together. Yeah, that's all I got.
Please sing along. Shalom Rav Yisrael Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Tasim Le'olam. Ki atahu melech Adon V'chol Hashalom. Ki atahu melech Adon V'chol Hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Tasim Le'olam. V'tov v'nehaviv mareh etam ha-Yisrael v'chol ye'ed v'chol shema bishlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Tasim Le'olam.
Hello, everyone. So I'm going to talk about how we just sang Shalom Rav. Here, let me just pick it up. So this is the English translation of Shalom Rav, and it's all about finding peace in the pandemic. Okay, so I'm going to read that now. I ask you for peace. I ask you for love. I ask you for guidance from up above. I ask you for safety. I ask you for protection. I ask you for patience and care and affection. Adonai, hear my voice. Adonai, hear me sing. Hear the words aching within my heart. Hear me crying out as my voice rings. Please bring peace to your people. Protect the ones you set free. Please heal the wounds of your children. Protect the souls that refuse to flee. So what does this all mean? Well, whenever I sing or chant Shalom Rav, I automatically feel at peace. It can be hard for others to be at peace. You'll have to take deep breaths and take our problems day by day. That's all we can do. For example, the news is getting super stressful. Even for me, it's okay to stay informed. Try to limit yourself with the news in order to not be so stressed. These are examples that we cannot control. Communicating with others and taking breaks is how I find my peace in the pandemic. So now we're going to do a little activity. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So okay. So if anyone wants to, so we're gonna do a matching situation. So from the English translation, we talked about guidance, protection, finding peace, and love. Now, anyone can raise your hand and unmute yourself and try to match one of the pictures to the words. You may do so now. So for starters, what do you guys think about love? You can start the conversation now.
I think it goes with dogs.
You're
Am I
good.
supposed to talk?
Yeah, go.
Dogs, love. That's what the thing was for me.
Yes, dog is correct because we all should love each other like puppies. Okay, what else? Who wants to go?
Protection maybe for like the house.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Protection for the house.
Yes, peace in the home, protection. You gotta protect ourselves. What else do you guys think?
I think guidance is the compass.
Yes, we gotta find what direction we're facing and we gotta figure out our problems so we can feel at peace. And yeah, and peace, which one do you guys think that one is? Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, so now we're gonna move on. Oh yeah, there it is. The dove, peace, yes. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to Havdalah. Take away, Lee.
Please sing along. La Yehudim, I Teora, Besim La Yehudim, I Teora, Besim Besason. Cain, Tielanu, Tielanu, Tielanu. Cain, Tielanu, Tielanu, Tielanu. La Yehudim, I Teora, Besimha, Besason, Ikar. doing the last verse? I'll take that as a yes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Al-Maldi ben kodesh lecho Amad Maldi ben kodesh lecho Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatish, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hanavi, Imerabe Yainu, Yavo Elinu, Moshiach ben David, Moshiach ben David. We are waiting for a time to come when justice shall be done. Pain and violence will be no more. Done with hatred, done with war, and all people in the land. That day starts with you and me. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatish, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Imerabe Yameinu, Yavo Elinu, Moshiach ben David, Moshiach ben David. When that day comes, the sun will dawn on historic bright new morn. The human race equality, no crying hungry mouths to feed. A dream of tzedek will be true. The Jewish soul will be renewed. And that day starts with you and me. And Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatish, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Imerabe Yameinu, Yavo Elinu, Moshiach ben David, Moshiach ben David. Unmute for this part. Unmute. I give you permission. So we will not wait a minute more.
So we will not wait a
Wait
minute more
To build the world we're waiting for.
to build the
Build
world
the
we're
world we're
waiting
waiting
for.
for.
Building starts with you and me.
Building
Building
starts
starts
with
with
you.
And Eliyahu,
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 Eliyahu.
Eliyahu Hana. Okay, now remute. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatish, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Imerabe Yameinu, Yavo Elinu, Moshiach ben David, Moshiach ben David.
All right, now we're gonna move into the guided meditation part of our night, I guess. So tonight I thought we could embrace Buddhism and bring it into our own culture by focusing on one of the I guess like main ideas of Buddhism. I read a little bit about meditation and why it's important. So, we are what we think, having become what we thought, begins the collection of verses entitled the Dhammapada, the most accessible of ancient Buddhist texts. This emphasis on the state of our minds is one of the distinguishing characteristics of the Buddhist approach. Mind is both this problem and the solution. It is not fixed but flexible. It can be changed, but much of the time we are not even aware of what we are thinking, and we are certainly not in control of it. The everyday mind runs on it by itself, and more often than not, we are at the mercy of our immediate reactions. If someone cuts us off in traffic or looks at us in a nasty way, we get angry. Have a drink, we want another one. If we taste something, we want even more, even if we are full. If someone offends us, we repeat it over and over to ourselves, reveling in the hurt. The Dhammapada delights us in describing how out of control our minds can be and how much better it feels to do something about it. Like an archer and arrow, man studies his trembling mind, a fickle and restless weapon. Flapping like a fish thrown on dry ground, it trembles all day, it comments. The Buddha was more like a therapist than the founder of a religion. He saw from his own experience that self-awareness makes self-control possible. If we want to change what we become, the Buddha taught, we have to change the way we think. A disciplined mind is the road to nirvana. All right, so now we're gonna do another activity. We're doing a visual meditation first, where we're gonna, obviously you see the pictures displayed on the screen. And I want you to just look at the picture, kind of come to a conclusion, and then if you want to share how you feel, how it makes you feel, anything you can interpret from it, feel free to in the next couple of minutes. If anyone wants to share, they can just unmute themselves and talk.
If you feel more comfortable, you can also drop ideas in the chat box.
I feel that peace is important, and I feel that this picture reminds me of a fire pit you have in your house. And I like the pictures that symbolize
I definitely agree. I think it symbolizes something kind of familiar and homey, which is important in this time of unknown. I think people find comfort in familiarity for sure.
The fire pit place really reminds me of being cozy and comfortable with my surroundings, and I can just feel to be myself and to feel to be excited for stuff to come in the future, when this pandemic actually ends.
Okay, we're just gonna do the same thing. If anyone wants to share their feelings, feel free.
When I see this, I hear the sound that this picture's making, if that makes sense. Sort of takes me back to memories of being in these places where it just feels so much bigger than you, and you realize sort of how, I guess, insignificant we all are, and really both it's it's a scary feeling, but also a very comforting feeling.
Oh.
This sort of reminds me of the Amazon rainforest and how it's gone. That's fine. I'm gonna talk about it anyway. The
like you're always taught like how these trees are so tall and they make this canopy, and so I think like being on the ground in like the Amazon rainforest, it might seem like you could never find the way out and like you could never see the sky, but like there is a sky and like there is a way out.
All right, if anyone else wants to share, feel free, real quick, or else I think we're gonna move into the next section of our meditation. Keep going, Zach.
This picture, along with the other picture, they sort of remind me of my childhood, just like playing in the forest or at the beach, and just a sense of wonder and stuff, and looking at the world around us.
I was gonna say, sort of in response to what Eliana said, like there's like thinking about like being in there's a way out, but like you don't have to always find a way out. Like enjoy it while you're there and while you're in there, because like the rainforest has like more like species in it than like any other like environment on Earth. So like just don't bother with finding a way out. It'll come naturally. Just explore what's here because there's some interesting things here.
I definitely agree. Like some of the best things come from like my English teacher always talks about how like creativity is found in boredom, and like our generation kind of lacks that with technology, which obviously allows us to do great things like have this Havdalah, but it also takes away like the like will to explore, I guess, in a way that kids of past generations have. So maybe being stuck in one place is beneficial sometimes.
And like I just think it really reminds me of like being in peace and just like looking how far, like how long these trees have been growing. Like they all started to in like saplings and like this small like area, but then now it's just big and humongous. There's so many trees and it's probably a bunch of like wildlife living there. It's just fascinating seeing the time it took to grow. Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to do another form of meditation, which I guess would be considered somewhat more traditional. We're just going to do a guided meditation, and I'm going to read through it. It's a basic breathing meditation, so it's like good for beginners if you have never tried meditation before, or if you have, it's like also a good basic meditation that I think may help you find peace. Okay, this breathing awareness relaxation script will guide you to focus on each stage of a breath as you breathe slowly and gently. Let's begin. Through this breathing awareness exercise, breathe in this way. Breathe in to the count of 4, hold for the count of 3, and breathe out to the count of 5. Feel free to close your eyes at any time if you feel more comfortable. All right, so it goes like this. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna keep doing that. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue to breathe at this slow pace. While you are breathing slowly, I'll direct your breathing awareness to different stages of the breath. Focus all of your attention on each stage I mention. First, notice the breath as it enters your nose. Notice each time you breathe in, the way the breath feels on your nostrils. Feel the breath as it passes through your nasal passages and down behind your throat. Where does it go next? Feel each time you inhale, the breath passing down your windpipe. Feel the breath going down. Feel the breath going down. Notice where the air enters your lungs. Allow your breathing awareness to deepen the feeling of relaxation you are experiencing. Feel the air expand in your lungs with each breath in. Feel your lungs expand and relax. Expand and relax. Expand and relax. Now notice that how the exhalation phase of your breathing absorbs the air, leaves your lungs, and begins to travel upward. Focus your attention on that moment of each breath. Now turn your attention to the breath traveling up and out through your mouth. Feel the breath in your throat, your mouth, and across your lips. Notice each breath as a whole now. See how the breaths flow like waves. First in, and then a pause, and out, and pause. Notice the pauses. These rests between breaths. Now as you relax, you can count your breaths as they continue to flow gently. Count 10 breaths. With counting your breaths, notice how calm and relaxed you are. See how regular your breathing has become, how calm your breathing is. When you are ready to return to your day, you can reawaken your body and return to the present. I'll count to 5. With each number, you can become more and more alert, reaching full alertness when I reach 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that concludes our meditation. I hope everyone feels calmer. If anyone has any thoughts they want to share about meditation or other things, feel free to do so. Okay.
I just think it's, I was gonna say, I think it's really awesome that, you know, you guys all decided to come together tonight, you know, and you know, really awesome, especially Yashikok, to the people who led this, Noah, Zach, and Lee, for coming together and really thinking about what is it that we need in this time, you know, and that's as hard as things have been, and no doubt things have been really hard. I'm really inspired by people like you who, you know, just again, you know, think with sensitivity to, you know, what is it that we need? How can we be there for each other, even if we can't be there physically? So, Yasha Koach to everyone.
Oh, about the meditation. I think this is something that's promoted at school, just mindfulness and noticing things that you probably haven't noticed. This band I like puts it in a really good way. It's like, when's the last time you remember actually looking at the back side of your door, not the front side that you see every time you go into your house, and just that small stuff that can really make the day. Yeah.
All right. That technically concludes our Havdalah and meditation. Thank you to everyone for coming, and I hope you all stay safe and have a good, relaxing time on your break.
Thank you, guys. Laila
Thank you to
Tov.
everyone who did this.
Bye.
Bye, Eli.
It's Corona time. I'm going to use that now. I think we can come off mute, can we?
Great. Sorry, I've been helping make dinner, but yeah, I've been here the whole time and I've been listening. It's really good. I really like the meditation. Really helped.
What are you making?
Stir fry.